Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and in today's video we're looking at part 2 of the transformations, vertical and horizontal translations. So, in the first video we talked about the A and the K values. Now, I think there was a little bit of a typo in the first video where I used K twice, sorry about that. So we're using C for the N. So in this video we're going to be talking about our H and our C and what that happens when we do it, okay? So, H and C. Well, if H is less than 0, so it's a negative number, then we have a horizontal translation. And if you don't like that word, you could just call it a shift. So if it's negative, it'll be going to the left. And if it's positive, that's going to go to the right. And finally, with the C, if it's greater than 0, it's going up, so it's vertical. Translation, up by C. Obviously, these ones are by whatever it is. Okay, and if C is less than 0, it's a vertical translation down. Now let's see what this looks like when we're not using letters. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So, simply said, just like we did before, we want to label our transformations. So I see a -2, that's 1, a +3, that's the second one. Same thing here. So what's my first transformation? Well, I see a -2. Well, you remember my original form was written as a kx minus h squared plus c. Notice how originally we start with the negative. So if it's still negative here, that means my h value is positive. So because my h value is a +2, which means h is greater than 0, I'm going to the right. So this would be a horizontal translation, right by 2. And for number 2, you've got +3, simply said, it's a positive number, so it's going up. So vertical translation, up by 3. Taking a look at the second one, well, you have a plus this time here. And remember, from my original form, it was a negative. What could possibly turn that into a positive? Well, another negative. So that's not really 3, that's -3. -3 is greater than, it's less than 0. So because it's less than 0, in this case, I'm saying this is a horizontal translation, left by 3, and 2, it's a vertical translation, down by 2. So simply said, these are the transformations from part 1 to part 2. And let's see in part 3, when we put them all together, what it looks like.